everyone, the Apple Watch Series 11 is one of those Apple Watches that came out, basically recently. It's one of the latest Apple Watches you can buy, and the Apple Watch Series 4 is an Apple Watch that came out a long time ago. Here's the thing though, the Apple Watch Series 4 is my current Apple Watch that I'm currently using on an everyday basis. So let's go and see how both of these Apple Watches pretty much compare. If you want to pick up either one of these particular watches, links will be down in the description below. Hit the, you can get them from there, and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these Apple Watches. The Apple Watch Series 4, like I mentioned, came out many years ago, and on the front side of this particular Apple Watch, you're going to be able to get a 40 or 44 millimeter size. I've always liked the bigger sized Apple Watches. I personally do have a bigger one, and I do think this is a really nice watch still, but you can tell, like when I'm using this watch, you can tell that it definitely is showing its age. The display itself does look pretty nice. It doesn't feel that far off from even something like an Apple Watch Series 11, but there is a noticeable amount of bezel all around this watch, and there's something about it, like it reminds me of having like a 60 Hz phone and a 120 Hz phone. The Series 4 is definitely more like a 60 Hz phone. The Apple Watch Series 11 feels like a 120 Hz phone. With that watch, you're getting a 42 and 46 millimeter size, so it is a little bit bigger. It's in the same kind of casing size, so it feels like roughly around the same size, but you're getting way less bezel, and it is a significantly better type of display. You're also going to be able to get twice the amount of brightness inside of the Apple Watch Series 11, so that right there is going to be a pretty big advantage. You're getting a wide-angle OLED display on the Series 11 and LTPO3 technology inside of that panel. So the Apple Watch Series 11 definitely does a really good job at kind of giving you a better type of experience from that particular situation. The price tag of the Series 11 is about $399. The Series 4 you can probably buy for like less than $100 all over the place. In fact, you could probably buy them for like $70. It just depends on the condition and stuff. But mine I bought for like $100 something like a couple years ago. And the fact that I'm still using it is crazy. I still honestly could probably use this, use this watch for like another 2 years if I really wanted to. Now, they do have various features that aren't really supported on both. Like the Series 11 has a couple of major features in it. The hypertension notifications, blood oxygen applications, sleep apnea notifications. You also get Vital app tracking inside of the Apple Watch Series 11 and temperature sensing. The Apple Watch Series 4 doesn't have any of those things, but it does have cycle tracking, it does have sleep tracking, and it still gives you an ECG app, high and low heart rate notifications, things like that. For basic things that I do on my watch, checking notifications, taking a call here and there, seeing my messages, basic things like that, and tracking my workouts. My Series 4 still does a good job, but I can definitely tell there are some areas where it slows down in. When I'm loading up applications, the S4 chip inside of the Series 4 definitely shows its age, and especially the battery life. I can definitely tell if I don't charge my watch by the end of the night, by the time I wake up tomorrow, it's going to be dead, right? Where something like a Series 11, you could probably get like 2 days or 3 days out of a single use if you're not really using it like crazy. The standby time of the Series 4 really isn't that great, and the battery's degraded like crazy. Where the Series 11 is definitely, like I said before, it's showing it's the latest watch, right? It's the S10 chip. It's going to be giving you a lot of really good stuff inside of the Series, 11. And I feel like that is a really good watch when it comes down to that side. So in my personal opinion, when I'm looking at both these watches, an Apple Watch like an Apple Watch Series 11 is definitely the type of watch that I would highly recommend people to buy. That's an amazing watch. That's going to be giving you a lot of cool features, a lot of cool stuff, and that's the one I'd recommend people to go ahead and pick up. With something like an Apple Watch Series 4, this is the watch that I currently use. I'm planning on upgrading sooner rather than later, but I don't know. I don't think you have to go from a Series 4 to a Series 11. You can also go through and buy something like an Apple Watch Series 7 or Series 8 and still get like a really good upgrade on your watch as well. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.